Campus Insight TV. Your campus, your voice, your insight.
Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to Campus Insight, and I'm here with
Dr. Mumuni Ishao, a senior lecturer, Procurement and Supply Science Department, and the incoming HOD, that is the head of department.
Thank you, sir. Sir, please want to know more about your program, what it entails. Can you please give us a brief history about the program?
Yeah, Procurement and Supply Science was introduced in 1997 when the institution started. It was one of the 2 or 3 programs that were introduced at that time. And the issue about procurement as a program started as for the need to have professionals manning public institutions in terms of their procurement, okay, and other supply chain activities. Those days before, we don't have procurement professionals manning these places, and there are no supply chain professionals also manning these institutions. That is why the need for the introduction of the procurement and supply program.
Thank you, sir. What are some of the common misconceptions about your subject and how do you address them?
Yeah, the common misconception is that everybody can buy. As for buying, everybody can buy. But what we learn here is not about the traditional way of buying or an individual basis going to the market to buy. We are learning about scientific methods of buying that are applied in institutions and organizations. We are also not looking at only the procurement aspect. The entire supply chain of an institution is also being studied as part of the procurement and supply program.
Thank you, sir. Kindly describe the course structure and the knowledge students gain from the program.
Well, for now, we have about 3 streams. There's the DBS, and the course structure for the DBS is that you do, for first year, you do 4 courses. You do introduction to procurement, you do economics, you do typing, or you do other DBS related programs. Second year, you do stores management or stores administration as the main procurement program. That is for DBS. Okay, so, and when you graduate with DBS, then you can enroll to do on the 4-year program. And that one is, you start from level 200. Then we have the HND program. Okay, the HND program also is a 3-year program. Okay, where you do introduction to procurement management. In the first year, procurement contest, you do other related programs and other general courses like African studies, communication skills, etc. Then you go to second year, you go and do understanding procurement environment, you do negotiations, you study managing and supply of procurement, and then you go to, as part of some of the courses, you go to 3rd year and then you go and do entrepreneurship, organizational behavior, procurement in action, and other related programs. That is for the HND program. Then we also have the 4-year degree where you start from level 100 to level 400. We call it Bachelor of Technology in Procurement and Supply Science.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That's actually marvelous. Sir, please, what are some of the potential career paths for graduates?
There are numerous career paths for graduates. As I speak to you, I am also a HND. I started with the HND Purchasing and Supply. Our time it was Purchasing and Supply. I graduated, I did first degree, I did master's, and I did PhD, and I'm now a senior lecturer. So that is one career path. That is for those who want to go into academics. For those who want to be professionals, you can apply for jobs in the market or in institutions You can work as a procurement manager. Some company call it the buyer specialist or buying specialist. You can work as the stores manager or the stores administrator. You can work as the logistics manager. You can work as the transportation manager. You can work as the supply chain manager, and a whole lot of others. There are different titles based on distribution manager and all that. All these are things, career paths that one can take. You can also go the professional way, where you do SAPS, Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply, after the degree program.
Okay. So, sir, we want to know the qualifications to studying such program.
Yeah, for WASI, you need to, for the degree, straight degree program, you need to get at least a credit pass in the 4 electives. Okay, we need 3 electives, then 3 core: English, Maths, Integrated Science, or Social Science, and then your 3 electives. But at least the minimum aggregate should be great. Aggregate 6 credit, it should be C. And now they say they have C5 or C6. That is credit. Yeah, that is for the degree. But for the HND, if you have D, let's say D in English, but the rest are credit, or D in Maths and the rest are credit, you can still do the HND program. As for the DBS, if you have D throughout, you can apply for the DBS, and then you build your path from there.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Sir, please, what advice would you give to incoming students or freshmen?
I will advise incoming students and freshmen to take up their studies seriously. I will advise them to be confident of themselves. I will advise them not to lose focus. I will advise them not to look down upon themselves, not to think that others in other traditional universities are more better than them. If they study and they work hard, they can also achieve their goal.
Okay, thank you, sir. Please, are there any internship or job placement opportunities?
Yeah, there are internship programs. For all our programs, after every year, you go out to do what we call industrial attachment. You identify a company or institution of your choice. The institution gives you letter. You take it to the institution, and then in the course of the attachment, that happens at the end of the second semester. Lecturers are dispatched to go around and monitor and see students at the various institutions, and indeed they are doing the attachment. And at the end of the day, you submit a report, it is assessed, and you are graded on that. So internship programs are there, but we call it attachment for students.
Thank you, sir. How do you see the program evolving in response to industry trends?
Yeah, the program over the years has evolved a lot. It has received massive recognition, especially this happened after the passage of the Procurement Act in the year 2003. Now the act has been amended. So now that makes it mandatory for every public institution or organization to employ a qualified procurement staff. And who becomes a qualified procurement staff? He is somebody who has gone to the university to study procurement and supply science. That is how you qualify to become a qualified procurement. So the program has evolved, and it is still evolving. I must also say that we have students also in other areas working. We have come across students who are working in the banking industry. Some are working in the mining industry, especially the mining industry. The textiles industries, we have students of KTU and the students of who have done procurement, who are working in all these fields. So the recognition is really there, and the program has really helped with that.
Thank you very much, sir. So please, what are some of the hopes or expectations for Campus Insight YouTube channel?
Well, I will advise and hope that Campus Insight YouTube channel will continue with the good work that you are doing. My expectation is that you focus more on educative programs like this to enlighten the general public of what is happening at KTU and the various programs of study. Of course, once a while, some entertainment aspects can come in and all that. So, my expectation is that you don't lose hope, you don't back up soon, you continue the good work so that the channel can grow and become more bigger and better.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate your time with us. And what will you say to our viewers watching us?
Yeah, so finally, I'll extend thanks to the management team of Koforidua Technical University, the Vice Chancellor, the Pro Vice Chancellor. The Vice Chancellor is Professor John Owusu, the Pro Vice, Professor Asiedu, the Registrar, Madam Evelyn Fafa and Adum, and our, Registrar, and then the other management team for the good work that they are doing. And then our dean at the various faculties. For business school, we have Professor Eugene Kwachi, very hardworking man who is also doing his best for the faculty. And to also say a big thank you to all the lecturers, especially the staff of Procurement and Supply Department, for all the good works that they are doing. And to you students, we thank you also for choosing KTU and wanting to make KTU more better than before. I was here in the year 2000 as a student, and today I'm also here as a senior lecturer. So it tells you that you can also achieve your goal when you study hard at KTU. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Campus Insight TV. Your campus, your voice, your insight.